So I thought I'd do a video on my bike because I basically worked on it throughout the entire off season. I'm an extreme winter person, and I realized long ago that for me, the purpose of spring, summer, and fall is to prepare for winter. So I've basically done a major overhaul on this 2017 Husky FC 450. The Wild Alaskan with Cordova Power Sports put in a fresh top end last year, but we had to replace the rockers and shims this year. I stuck with the stock piston for reliability's sake. The power seems fine enough for me. The forks have been revalved by Dan Moore with Evo in Ellensburg, Washington. That was before I got the Mountaintop. And they say you can run stock forks, but I think I'd rather have these for big jumps anyway. I actually used some black hard epoxy appliance paint to coat the stock triple clamps, and that worked really well. I also used white appliance paint to touch up the frame. The Mountaintop kit is new with this year's 3¼ inch track. It comes with 23 steel M10 bolts and 14 steel M8s, as well as 10 M8 nuts that I've replaced with titanium, except for a couple I couldn't get to. I even got the racing drilled heads for the M10s. I basically saved just over a pound on the kit and added some bling. On the ski, I've filled all the holes with cut foam and capped them over with Flex Seal tape. I did that with my timber sled ski and it worked well. I don't like them filling with snow that turns to water and ice in the whole process of always cleaning them out. I've put some skimboard traction pad foam on the plastics where your knees grip the bike, and I really like that. It adds some cushion to the grip and helps when snow is flying up between your legs and the bike, making it slick. I finally got my dream full Yoshimura exhaust, although it's not the titanium one. I'm not as rich financially as I am spiritually. But I was shocked to see that when I got the exhaust in, the oil fill cap didn't have room to unscrew. With the Recluse auto clutch and oversized clutch cover, it was just too close. I got the lowest profile one I could find and still had to cut the bottom thread off for it to work. I can't remember the brand name. I also went for higher Pro Taper bars. This is the Wyndham Bend, which is the highest and straightest, I believe, which I like. And I seem to run them farther forward than most people. It just feels better for steep jumps and steep climbs. I like simple and light at all costs, so I removed the map switch since it's a dedicated snow bike and will be staying in map 2. I've also got the waterproof Fly Racing start and kill switches. New grips this year, as well as radiator guards and a new complete custom moto seat that I'm really stoked on. There are some new plastics with custom OMX graphics. These graphics are pretty awesome, and I was amazed at how well they went on. But I found that if you overheat them, they'll stretch like an inch if you pull too hard, so you gotta watch that. The Flow Motorsports oversized foot pegs with the single crossbar instead of the X pattern are my favorite. The Sirius Moto cleats work so good with my Alpine Star Tech 7s. I really liked the oversized Fly Racing ones that have the convex contour to the cleats, but they are steel and really heavy. But with all the steep uphills and downhills and snow biking, that design is really ideal, and I'd love to see a light aluminum snow bike foot peg made that way. I also got the Acerbis gripper frame guards that I'm really stoked on. I also put in a new all balls fuel pump assembly. And so besides all of the cleaning and greasing and oiling, I guess that's just about it. It's just been so never ending that it seems like there's got to be more. Anyway, I guess it's a good time to thank all of my sponsors. I've got to give it up to Jehovah Almighty for making all of this possible. From the beginning of time, He's been arranging the circumstances for me to get where I am today with all of this. He is the divine orchestrator, and He's also my over-the-shoulder video editor. Also, the Messiah, Yeshua, has been the ultimate support throughout the whole process. He's kept me safe out in the elements and blessed all of my hopes and dreams. And I can't forget the Holy Spirit, who has ridden along with me from the beginning of my new life. He keeps me good, constant comfort while I'm out riding, and He leads me in the paths I should go. Being God's pro has a ton of fringe benefits. His divine orchestration of the timing of the weather in coordination with my work is absolutely vital. And providing the means and the health to do it all is totally paramount. He's actually given me physical healings that have enabled this whole game. Plus, the leading and guiding and direction for when and where to ride really maximizes the opportunities. So all glory and praise to the Elohim of hosts, who presides over all things, including all brands of gear and even all people everywhere.